Well, I told the team that, nobody likes losing more than I do, but I actually feel better about tonight's performance, better than what we did on Wednesday. And that's the encouraging part. The start, we've had a couple bad starts this week, but I don't think this was such a bad start from an effort and intensity. I think we just didn't make shots. And this is, in my opinion, the best team we've played so far this year. And we got down 10 points early where they made shots, we didn't make shots. And this is a hard team to get in that kind of hole. And I think after that, we played pretty well. We played pretty steady basketball from then on. We got Isaac going in the second half, which I think really helped us. I liked what our young bench came in and provided. They gave us some effort, and they didn't back down. And they're going against a very experienced, very upperclassman-laden team. You got Wilcher and Wesley, 2 transfers that combined for 44. So this got a lot of experience and a very, very good basketball team. So it was encouraging. We obviously don't like losing, but I'm more encouraged after seeing our guys fight and some of the things they did in this game, more so than after the tape I watched against Riverside.
Steve, how does the experience sort of manifest itself, especially down the stretch? It seemed like you would make.
Yeah, they're just the composure. They've been there. They've kind of been there, done that. We got a lot of guys going through it for the first time, and they've got a lot of guys that they've been in these situations. They've been in good, tight, physical games, and they know where to go with the basketball. They know how to, they don't panic. They play with great poise. And yet great pace. Offensively they're really hard to guard because they've got so many guys that can make threes. They had 5 guys make threes tonight, and yet people would tell you their strength is inside. So you're trying to guard them on the block, and they're so big and physical and very talented. Those bigs are talented. So you got to worry about that, and then by the time you worry about that, somebody knocks in a 3. So they've got, from an offensive standpoint, they are really good inside out with their offense. And they really battle defensively. They got a lot of experienced guys that they understand kind of time and score and the necessity of when a stop is really needed. And I think they do a good job at that.
What were the problems that their bigs presented for you guys on offense? It seemed like early on there were a lot of those missed tip-ins.
Their missed tip-ins?
Your missed tip-ins.
Oh, well, 7'1", 290, 6'10", 240, 6'10", 240. We haven't seen that all year, not even in Carolina. This team is big, they're physical, and they do a really good job. And it's like I said, I thought the first 10 minutes, I liked our effort, I liked our intensity. We just didn't make shots. We shot 32% in the first half, 52% in the second half. So, we figured things out. Our guys kind of loosened up and made some shots in the second half, shots that, in my mind, pretty similar to the shots we were getting in the first half. We just make them in the first half. And this is a really hard team we needed to have a first half to where we were even at half, right? 1 possession, 2 possession game, being down at 11 fairly early in the first half, that really puts you in a hole against a team like this.
It seemed like Kavan had kind of, they went after him pretty hard inside early on, then he had kind of migrated out to the perimeter a little bit in the middle. What happened after that? I know, was that just something that they did a little bit more to shut him down?
Well, no, I think, I think they made a switch on Kavan, they made a switch on Bryce. They put Bell on Bryce and Pangos on Isaac. So, and I think that's what, it's a compliment. And I've told Bryce that, I've told Kavan that. It's a compliment to where all of a sudden you're drawing the best assignment. That's a compliment to you of what you've been doing. And so now it's about learning and gaining that experience. Kavan, early in the season, is probably not getting that. And, now he's getting, it wasn't just Wilcher guarding him. They knew where he was. They came at him with blockouts. They made it hard for him to rebound. They really focused on him. But, at the end of the day, he shoots 60% from the field, 50 from 3, gets 8 rebounds, 14 points, 4 assists, probably a season high for assists, 2 steals. It's a pretty good line for a freshman playing against a top 10 team. So in the end, I thought he did a lot of good things, and this will be a good learning experience, not just for him, but I think for the team.
You've said that you don't really need that much scoring from your bench, but 15 against 2, is that a concern, or did the starters kind of just need to score more to make up for that?
I just, you can only do so much, and Gigi's not ready to be a scorer. Noah's not ready to be a scorer. Juana will be in there. Juana's got just like everybody with finals coming up, he's got a lot of work to do that he's been doing academically, so he's working hard, but he's not a scorer. Thomas potentially can be a guy that I think as he develops, I was very impressed with Thomas tonight because I thought he battled. These bigs were really good, and I thought he didn't back down. He battled. He played confident. He gets 3 blocks in 15 minutes. So I don't want to put the pressure. It's not like I don't want him scoring, but I don't want to put the pressure on him that that's what's going to get him minutes because they got enough on him right now. They got enough on their plate. But I do think Thomas will be somebody that down the road is going to be somebody that's going to be scoring for us. But right now, Gigi and Noah, they got to do some of the other things. But I don't think we're going to get a ton of scoring, from our bench. I think most of us, if you're just talking scoring, is going to come from the starters.
The Juana not playing, was that just a matchup thing, or was there something?
No, we went with 8. I think he'll be back in there. We just went with 8 tonight. Mainly, it was tough. We were going back and forth with that. It was our 3rd game in 7 days, but you've got a ranked team here at home, and we decided we're going to go with the starters long tonight because we got a week off. So now we'll give the guys 2 days off. They'll get a study for finals, and it's been a big week. We've had a big week this week, 3 games this week, plus we've had guys have some finals and some final papers, and we got all that next week. So we just decided to go with 8. It wasn't anything Juana, hasn't or has done. And I fully expect him to be back in there next game.
How do you account for the differences in turnovers in the halves? I would have to look, but I think that seems like second half you guys have come out smarter in that regard.
Well, we've had, we have 9 at half tonight. I think we had 9, maybe, I don't know, if I remember right, maybe 9 at half.
9 and 3 maybe.
And then only 3 in the second half. Again, it's experience versus inexperience. I don't know how you account for it any other way. It's Gonzaga starting the game, top 10 in the country. They've been there, they've done that, they've played in games that people are shooting and giving their best shot for. These guys haven't. This is the first for our team to do that. And I'm not saying it was nerves, but anxiousness, and you saw that a little bit in shooting. I'm sure you had a little bit that to do with handling of the basketball, feeling yourself out a little bit. And then in the second half, we scored 47, we shoot 52, we got to the free throw line finally, and we didn't turn the ball over. So those are encouraging things. I thought the key was we got in a hole in the first half, and this is a hard team to get out of the hole on.